around. Who the fuck gon' be around me?
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl Self-Made Nise, back with another video again. Today's topic of the video is going to be a getting to know me video. Like a week ago or so, I put a poll on Instagram and told them I was shooting this video and told them to ask me some questions that people wanted to ask me. So here it goes, you know what I'm saying? I got the paper right here with all the questions right there. The focus is up. All the questions from the top to the bottom. I'm gonna start from the bottom to the top actually. So yeah, let's get it. So it says what inspires you the most? What inspires me the most is probably my mom and my little sister, because like they're two people like that keep me going, you know what I mean? Me and her, me, my mom and my sister, like we're pretty tight. So it's like anything that I do, I know they're watching me. Anything my mom do, she know that me and my sister are watching her. Anything that my sister do, she know that me and my mom are watching her. So it's like kind of like a triangle, you know what I mean? So yeah, they definitely keep me going. Who influences your style? Who influences my style? I wouldn't necessarily say there's a particular person. Honestly, it's like I'll see people on TikTok sometimes, or I'll see people on Instagram on the Explore page that I like or whatever. But to be honest, I'm a thrifter. It's like if y'all didn't already know, I go to the thrift store and I also got my own brand, Fresh Thrift, you know. I go to the thrift store and I just find pieces that I like. I like bright colors. I like stuff that's different. I don't like me putting on an outfit and me going somewhere that somebody's gonna have the same thing that I have on. That's one of my pet peeves. Like, I hate that. You know what I mean? Like, I really dislike that, honestly. So I wear stuff that people wouldn't really wear, if that makes sense. Like the older brands from the 2000s and the 90s, like Fubu, Sean John, Mecca, like even just different stuff like that. Like I just wear stuff that people wouldn't, bright colors, all that type stuff. Like, yeah, because I just love to like be different. What kind of impact did your childhood have on the person that you are today? Let me read that again. What kind of impact did your childhood have on the person you are today? In my childhood, it was more of so, like as far as elementary school, people picked on me because of my weight and stuff like that. I was never like called ugly or anything like that, but people picked on me because of my weight. That was elementary school, and some middle school a little bit, but high school, I didn't have that problem. But they turned me into a person to think where, like, I don't care what people think about me now. Like, there's nothing that you could tell me, and I mean that in the most humblest way. Feel me? There's nothing, can't nobody tell me now. I don't care about weight, how my face look, how my hair look, and you know what I got on, how I dress. Like I just said, like I wear stuff that people don't even, they scared to wear out here for real. They scared to wear out here for real, and Nise do that. Feel me? So, I mean, the type of person that it made me into today is like really confident and really care less about what the next person thinks. Truly, honestly. What would you say your best characteristic is? I would say my best characteristic is, I feel like I'm very persuasive, or I'm good with my words. And that's only because people told me that. Like, I have a way with words, and just how my voice is. It's so calming and all of that. So I would have to say persuasiveness and my way with words. And I'm also very kind-hearted too. I just love people, man. I just love people. Why not? You know what I mean? So, how to pursue a journey with God, even if you're skeptical. That's a good one. Honestly, if you're thinking about pursuing a journey with Him, that's already Him nudging you. That's the beginning stages of it all. You know what I mean? You just have to be open to it. I feel like going and starting your journey, though, you have to train your mind to be a mind of a kid. You know what I mean? Especially if you're grown like me. And what I mean by that is, you know, the older you get, the more you become stuck in your ways. But you can't pursue a relationship with God and continue to be stuck in your ways, because it's no longer your way, it's His way. So that's what I mean by you have to have a child. You have to have the mind of a child, because you tell a child that the sky is really green, it's not blue, they're going to believe you. They're going to be like, oh, wow, for real? You know what I mean? And that's the same thing when it comes to God. And when you're reading your word and you're seeing the scriptures that's right in front of you, and you're just like, wow, wow. Of course, your flesh is not going to want to do what that scripture says, or is not going to want to agree with what it says. But that's when you have to pray before you read and before you pursue your journey. Pray for Him. Pray to Him to open your heart, to your mind to be open to what is about to be given to you and what you're about to receive. So I would say, you know, is that something that you're thinking about? Just pursue it. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie to you. It's not going to be easy. But it's definitely a journey worth taking. I promise you. And I wouldn't suggest nothing that I haven't done myself. I'm currently walking with Him, and I enjoy every moment. Every moment. Even through the trials and tribulations. One thing about it, He dwells wherever you dwell. In all your good places, in all your bad places as well. So don't ever think He's not going to be there with you. He's there along the whole way. So yeah, if you're thinking about doing it, just do it. What do you have to lose? Honestly. What's your favorite book you've ever read? My favorite book I've ever read. From my childhood, I would have to say maybe the Jenny B. Jones books. And I forget what that series is called that was reading in high school. The Buford series, or something like that. But it was these bunch of books that I felt like it was so relatable. But those from my childhood. But as of now, I would have to say my favorite book right now is probably the book that I'm reading right now. It's called What's Next. And that's a good book. It talks about several things. I'm gonna put the link for it down below so you guys can grab it. It just talks about your journey, you know, with God, and understanding, and a lot of different things that you have questions about. You know, why you should get baptized, what is baptism, and all different types of stuff like that. I'll have to say that that's my favorite book so far, because it's full of knowledge. And it's a small book. It's not a big book, but it teaches you so much with just so little. So that would be my favorite book. It says, what area along your spiritual journey you found was difficult than others? The most difficult thing that I've had to deal with throughout my spiritual journey was my sexuality. Before I began this journey with God, I honestly thought me pursuing a journey and in a relationship with him, I thought that meant that I had to be straight, which is totally opposite of what it really is. And it's really something that's unexplainable unless you're walking with him as well. So then we could have a conversation, but it's not even about the sexuality part, because you know those feelings don't ever go away. But it's about him. No, not about him. It's about you developing, you know, the spirit of self-control when it comes to that. You know what I mean? And that's a whole nother video for another day. I'm gonna get into that, I promise y'all. But that was the most difficult thing that I had to deal with, I must say, because y'all, it's been some nights like, man, I'm telling you, like I cried and just prayed and prayed about it, and he's finally brought me to an understanding, you know what I mean? And I'm nowhere near straight at all, you know what I mean? But honestly, back then I didn't understand it. But now that he's brought me to a sense of understanding, it's like I'm so much more happy because I understand now. Because at first I was just thinking that that meant that, oh, it's not gonna be, I can't be who I want to be with anymore, when it's not even that. But like I said, that's another video for another day, because I know that's some tea. Like that's some tea, and I know y'all like, ooh, I want to talk about that some more, but I promise y'all, I got y'all. Like, I got y'all for real. Let me get back to that. Okay, what it say? It says, what's something you look forward to doing? Something I look forward to doing is just continuing spreading the gospel and just continuing my walk with God in whichever way he takes me, whoever I serve, whoever I come across to teach, to give wisdom to, anything. Like, that's the things that I really look forward to. It used to be things of this world that I look forward to before my journey with God, but now it's like I look forward to just pleasing him in each and every way that I can, honestly. To be honest, I used to look forward to having a big career, creating generational wealth, having hella cars, having several businesses. I mean, don't get it twisted. Nise still like the finer things in life, and Nise still do look forward to those things, but those things all come second to him. So it's like whatever he wants from me is like what I want too. And even if I don't want it yet, I want to get to the point where I want it too, because he knows what's best for me than what I know. So yeah. What's something do you wish you could go back and do? Something I wish I can go back and do is probably, I would want to say nothing, because honestly everything that I've been through was all a part of God's plan anyway. So who am I to want to change his plan for me? You feel me? No matter how bad I feel about it, no matter how much better I feel things could have went, there was no changing it, you know, because it was a part of his plan anyway and his will. So there's really nothing that I would want to change. What is your experience with MSC? My experience with MSC has been wonderful. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I mean, maybe some like a little crazy encounters with like management and stuff, but other than that, actually being on the boat and being out and being in the water, man, I feel so free. I feel so at peace, you know. I'm able to focus because I'm away from the distractions of everything that's going on around me when I'm home. I really, truly, and genuinely enjoy MSC. You know, I know there's a lot of hate out there that talks about MSC. I haven't had any bad experiences with it. you know, every job's gonna have stuff that's wrong with it. You know what I mean? You're not gonna get the perfect job. You know what I mean? So, but my experience is good. Like, honestly, because it's beyond the money. It's beyond all of that stuff. Like, man, it's amazing. And if it's something you think about doing, I think you should do it. Why not? Don't knock it till you try it. You can't listen to everybody else and what they say. Feel me? Um, what's something what's something that you can't live without? God. And I think that's self-explanatory. I don't feel like I have to go in detail about that. If you had 24 hours left, who's the last person you would text? If I had 24 hours left, I ain't necessarily gonna have a last person I would text. I would just make sure I text all my people and everybody that I love and I know that love me, even the ones that don't love me, even my enemies, you know what I mean? I would just make sure I reach out to them. And first and foremost, talk to God and just pray one last time. And that'll be a wrap. What's something about you that people don't know? Something about me that people don't know. That's a good one. I would have to say something about me that people don't know. They just see the exterior of me, you know, and maybe I could come off as masculine or whatever the case may be, but when you really get to know me and you talk to me, I'm very in touch with my feminine side, very feminine. And yeah, but that's something that I don't think you really get by just looking at me, but I'm very feminine. Yeah, in so many ways that you can only imagine. And that's only for me and the whoever knows. Yeah, like I do stuff that people wouldn't even think. Like, I get my toes painted. Well, y'all probably know if y'all follow me on Instagram. I get my toes painted all types of colors: pink, blue, green, yellow, orange. It don't matter. You feel me? Yeah. Would you ever date the opposite sex? As far as for right now, I want to say no. But like I said, I can't say what God has in store for me, you know what I'm saying? But as of right now, I'm not attracted to the opposite sex, so that's not nothing that I see for me. But I don't know what God got. And it's gonna take a lot of doing and shaping. For real, for me to get to that point, and and that would be a beautiful thing. But if that's what he want me, that's what he want for me. You feel me? So, yeah. What do you plan to do from MSC? As far as right now, I love to sell. I can honestly say that. I really like it. So I'm not sure how long I'm gonna be doing it, but I plan to become a serial entrepreneur. And if you don't know what a serial entrepreneur is, a serial entrepreneur is a person that basically just have multiple businesses. So this is my stepping stone in order for me to get that up and running, if it's in God's will. What is your biggest accomplishment? My biggest accomplishment thus far, is me getting baptized. Amen to that. My little sister getting baptized and my mom getting baptized. Like, me and my mom got baptized at the same time. My little sister got baptized yesterday. So, yeah, like, that is something. With them being the two biggest inspirations in my life, that means the world to me. And I definitely think that's because of the walk that I'm on. That's why I feel like that. Because the old niggas wouldn't. I'd be like, oh, so what? Baptized, and not knowing what it really meant and the understanding behind it. So, yeah. That's my biggest accomplishment, because it's like we saved, you know, and it thank you, Jesus. It's just so, it's a feeling that I can't describe, but if you know, you know. What are your goals? My goals are, I have several goals, but I'm just gonna narrow it down to 3. One of my goals is to spread the gospel and save as many souls that I can. Another goal of mine is to become and to stay spiritually free and not to be bonded by any demonic spirits of this world or anything of that nature. And 3 is just to become the best version of me that I could become, honestly, and who God wants me to be. Those are my goals. I think that's it. Yep, and that's it. Oh no, one more question. It says, where are you from? So originally I'm from Norfolk, Virginia. I went to Tower Park Elementary, and then after Tower Park Elementary, I went to Greenbrier Middle School. Then after Greenbrier, I went to Oscar Smith. When I lived out Tower Park until I was like, probably like 11, 12, or 13, one of them 2, or one of them 3. And then after that, I moved out South Norfolk. So I also say I'm from South Norfolk too, because that's somewhere where I feel like, you know, they made me feel at home. They loved me back just as much as I loved them, you know. So that's my home as well, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to Norfolk, shout out to South Norfolk, man. I don't care what nobody feel about it. That's where Nise from. So, you know, it is what it is. Y'all know I don't care about what nobody think about me, for sure. So, yeah, that's where I'm from, man. Yeah, so, but that concludes the end of the video. I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be back and I'll see y'all soon. Peace.
When the money ain't around and the bitches ain't around, who the fuck gon' be around me?